Okay, so that story you sent over, The Monkey Trap. I gotta say, that one really stuck with me. Just the title alone.
Yeah.
I knew we had to dive into this one.
Yeah, it's one of those things, kind of like a classic for a reason, right? Seems super straightforward at first, but then you start thinking about it.
Totally. So that's what we're doing today, diving into this whole monkey trap idea. Because it really gets at something, I think, about us, about being human, especially when we think about addiction.
You know, it never ceases to amaze me how a story, so simple on the surface, can really make you think about just how complex we are.
I'm with you on that. Okay, so get this picture in your head. South Africa. You've got a mother, she's leaving a basket, her daughter's there watching her, obviously curious, right? And the daughter asks, "What you making, Mom?" And the mother goes, "A monkey trap." Now the daughter's like, "Wait, what?" Because it's just this little basket, way too small to catch like a whole monkey.
And that's the thing about this trap. It's clever. Doesn't try to catch the whole monkey, just goes after what it wants.
Okay, that's starting to make more sense now. So how does it actually work?
So they would take this basket, chain it to a tree, right? Put something irresistible inside some delicious fruit, the kind monkeys go crazy for, and then they wait. Monkey sees this amazing treat, can't help itself, reaches in, grabs the fruit, and bam, gets itself stuck because the opening's too small for its fist to get back out.
It's like they get trapped by their own greed, in a way.
Exactly. And here's the really interesting part. The monkey could get free so easily, just let go of the fruit, right? But it hardly ever does. It's fixated on that instant reward, totally missing the obvious solution.
See, that's what gets me when you lay it out like that. It's like, whoa, that's how addiction works, isn't it? Like the drug becomes the fruit, and suddenly nothing else matters except that immediate hit, that feeling.
It's uncanny, right? It's like this simple story just lays bare the whole mechanism of addiction. It's not even really about willpower or smarts or whatever. It's about how strong desire can be. It just clouds our judgment, keeps us hooked on something that's ultimately bad for us.
Yeah, it's like, what's that saying? You can lead a horse to water, but
Exactly. The monkey, it can get itself out. I mean, the answer is right there, but that pull, that need for the fruit, for that quick reward, it's stronger than logic?
it's primal, almost. And I remember the excerpt even talked about the monkey's fear of losing the fruit, fear of missing out.
And those feelings, they're like the fuel for addiction too, don't you think? Like that's where we see those parallels to us, to just being human.
Make you think, what other monkey traps are we caught in? And I don't just mean drugs or anything, any kind of thing that keeps us stuck, right?
Oh, totally. It could be that relationship you're in, you know it's not good for you anymore, but you're still there. Or those beliefs you have about yourself, the ones that hold you back, like even just being scared to fail, that can be a trap too. Stops you from really going for it?
It's so true. Someone might think, oh, I could never get that promotion, or I'm not cut out to be an artist, or whatever it is. And that becomes their fruit, right? That belief keeps them stuck in this cycle of I can't, and they never break free.
Right. And what's really interesting here is something like the sunk cost fallacy. It's like the monkey and the fruit. We stay in these situations, these traps, because we think, well, I've already put in so much time, so much effort, even though if we let go, it would ultimately be better?
Right, like we're so focused on what we think we lose the fruit, the time, whatever, that we don't see the bigger picture. And that question the excerpt asks, is there something in your life that you need to let go of so you can finally be free? That's powerful stuff.
It really is. It makes you stop and think, what does it even mean to be free? Does it mean you finally walk away from that relationship that's been dragging you down? Or maybe it means you decide you don't believe that old story you've been telling yourself anymore. Or maybe it's just like being brave enough to try something new, even if it means you might mess up.
I think it all starts with seeing the traps, right? Being honest with yourself about what that fruit is that you're holding on to, and then making that choice to just let go.
Absolutely. And I'm not going to lie, that is often way easier said than done, right?
Sure.
These patterns, these ways of thinking, they can get pretty deep.
Oh, for sure. But like that monkey with the fruit, sometimes if you want to move on, if you want to find that freedom, you got to open your hand, let go of what's holding you back.
It's a pretty powerful image when you think about it, and it's something we could all stand to think about some more. What are your traps? And I'm curious, if you were going to design your own monkey trap to help yourself let go of a bad habit or a belief that's holding you back, what would the fruit be? What would make letting go more appealing than clinging on?
Now, there's a thought. I love it. It really goes to show we can learn a lot from a story about a monkey, a basket, and a piece of fruit. It's a good reminder, I think, to really look at what might be holding us back, even if it's not as obvious as a real physical trap.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Well, we've given everyone a lot to chew on today, that's for sure. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
Yeah.
And until next time, just remember, sometimes to move forward, you just got to open your hand and let go.